Oh, uh, tough end to the season. Um, Honestly, wasn't even thinking about this as a result, and so tough way to say goodbye to the seniors on the team, and the obviously not the result we wanted, but congratulations to Oklahoma State. I believe they go to the Big 12 championship game now. Coach Gundy and his staff done an amazing job with their team, so they deserve it. We did everything we could, just came down to the end. Mistakes cost us, but the guys fought hard. I appreciate how hard they fought. They just didn't make enough plays, especially in the second half. So and that's where all three phases. We did everything we can. We threw the playbook at them a little bit, tried to find a way to get more possessions and things like that. But just overall, just really happy with the guys, their energy, the effort that they gave. We'll just build on this. Talk to the guys. This is now they know what to expect in the Big 12, and I think the off-season conditioning, and because we don't go to a bowl game, we don't get those extra practices. We're going to have to figure out a way to take advantage of the workouts and take advantage of the time that we're given to overcome that and get the guys ready by the time we get to spring ball, and keep focusing on our install, but our fundamentals and technique, and by the time we put the pads back on in spring, we should be ready to roll. So that, and I think when they go into the off-season conditioning, they'll have something to look back on, and I think they'll have a little bit more urgency when they're getting their workouts in. So I imagine we're going to be stronger, bigger, and faster by the time we take the field again and play this conference schedule again next year. So just trying to find ways to learn and grow from this and get better, and we'll get this program where we want to be. I think for now, we wanted to go to a bowl game. That's not part of it, and we'll just have to do without it. Been through this before in my college career where we had to overcome not being in a bowl game. So we'll get better, we'll improve. I thought it was a really cool environment today here in Stillwater. It's been, I don't want to have the outcome just not allow me to appreciate the fans here for Oklahoma State, and I thought they brought a lot of energy. It was a lot of fun. I thought the Oklahoma State players played with a lot of fire and energy. It was a good battle. So congratulations to them again, and we'll be watching them play next week, and I'll be interested to see what happens with everybody playing their postseason, and where we go. But looking forward to building on this and getting better and making sure our program's even better next year. So I'll take any questions you guys have.
On that 4th and 1 with about 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter, was there consideration to go for it, and why ultimately did you not decide on the way?
I wanted to go for it. I felt like we were closer on the spot, that maybe it was half a yard closer. And the problem is that if you go for it, then they're right away in field goal territory. But I don't know. I wanted to go for it. We were talking about it as a staff, and decided to punt the ball, and actually boomed a good punt and just went all the way into the end zone. If we could have found a way down it, but even with it going to the end zone, you net a lot of yards on that. So it wasn't that decision that lost us the game. It was the drive that we gave up for them to get all the way through. Luckily, we were able to block a PAT to get a chance to kick a field goal at the end, to put it into extra time. But even through the whole thing, I think defensively, it's hard to keep that back. I mean, he's so good. It's hard to just keep him. Especially if I don't know how many, they gave him the ball 34 times, so they were committed to giving the ball a bunch, and so it's going to be really difficult to keep him, without his yards. And so I think we did the best we could. I think a couple times there was breakdown, we lost the edge, and that touchdown we gave up when they went ahead. Even in the overtimes, I thought we gave him too many yards, but credit to them and credit to him. He's a really good back. I don't know. I'm really trying to rethink as many decisions as we made, but I thought the onside kick would have been nice if we would have retained the ball, but I couldn't see where they thought that it was confirmed that was touched. I have no idea. I didn't have access to the
Where'd the offense go sideways, you felt, in the second half and ultimately the...
Yeah, I had to watch the film, you know, Mitch. I mean, I obviously would like to see more points on the board, because if we get some more production in the second half, it will help us out. And even sustaining some drives, you know, that we can get some relief to the defense. But even defensively, I thought we had more chances to get turnovers, and you know, the turnovers cost us. I don't know how many do we have offensively, but that's a problem. You know, we have to take care of the football. And my heart goes out to Isaac. I love him. I mean, this is a hard way to end the game, you know, with a fumble, and he's been through so much, and he is distraught, and he's hurting right now in the locker room. Proud of our guys rallying around him, and this has never been a team that point fingers one side of the ball to the other or anything like that, or even individually. So it just makes sense that we just keep loving each other and just keep working. But I think you could have found a way to win the game in different areas, and it just doesn't come down to one guy making the mistake. I wish it wouldn't have had to come down to Isaac, you know, on the ball and having, you know, fumbling the ball. But I think we had a chance when it was 4th down and two and a half or so, and to get a stop, and they got the first down by a yard. So it's just, there's so many different things that happened in this game, and they made enough of the plays to earn their right to win a spot in the championship game, and been really impressed with what Coach Gundy's done with his team. So we need to learn and get better.
Kalani, was there ever a thought of going to Keaton in the second half when Jake was struggling so much?
Yeah, I think that was the thought process, but Keaton hasn't been 100% yet, and you know, you're putting someone at risk to gets banged up, and then we put. I mean, I think he has a next level. He has a career at the next level. He throws well, and when he's healthy, he's really good. So it would be hard for us to make that move and put that much pressure. I don't think we felt like that was the right move at that time, but we consider all that. But I know Keaton was ready to go and wanted to be in there.
What's running through your mind as far as the next moves? Like, what do you need to change now that you know what the first year of the Big 12 is?
Yeah.
What's going through your mind that you want to change?
Well, that's part of the move. The next move is that change is inevitable. There's a bunch of things that we need to change, and what I'm talking about change is like it depends on what degree of change, right? So there's a lot of different things that we need to do, and guys need to get bigger, stronger. We've seen it already. We've been through it. It's hard to tell the guys to get bigger and stronger when they haven't been through the fight. Now they've been through it. It's going to be a lot easier for we tell our guys to get more meat on their bones, so guys can tackle these big backs. I mean, it seems like every back in this conference is one of the best in the country, and this was the best. This is the best, you know. So, and they kept feeding him the ball, and we kept loading the box up, and they were doing the RPO throws and making us pay for it. But that's the game. I think if we could have taken care of him in the run game, but he broke some tackles. He's so physical. He's such a great back, man, and you combine that with when you say great back, it's hard to like not give credit to their own line too, and the tight ends that block. So it is a really good scheme that Coach Gundy and the offense has done, and they've done a great job defensively. They create some turnovers. We didn't do enough on our end, but the hard part is just saying goodbye to all these seniors. You know, these guys that have done so many good things for us, and our program's better because of those guys. Now we just got to make sure that we capitalize on them being here and learn from it and make everyone better.
How much of the change conversation centers on the coaching staff? I know you were asked earlier in the week, but
yeah, that's part of it. I mean, everything.
Offensive side, on the
everything. I have to evaluate all of it, you know, and you know, everybody wants to ask difficult questions because this is the end of the season for us, you know. So, and it's not what we wanted, and there's a room for improvement in a lot of different places. So, I will get to that, and we will make some things happen in our program that we have to, whether it's that or others. There's a lot of things we can do differently, including scheme. You know, we can take advantage of our players and put them in a better position to have success, and we can actually win games and hang on to leads and things like that.
Ask a couple of questions.
Did Jake show you enough in the 4 games, or do you feel like you're going to have to at least look at the transfer portal for a quarterback?
I'll have to watch the film. We have a good group of quarterbacks that can play. Some of them are really young. I think a lot of faith in Cade Finnegan as well, and Nick Phillips, and you know, Ryder Burton's a up and coming young player. He's done some really good things when he's been running scout teams. So we'll evaluate it, we'll look at all of those things. I think it's, the key in the transfer portal and in recruiting is to make sure that they're a good fit for our culture and our program. If they do that, then I think it'll be fine, and if they wanna be at BYU, then we'll play a lot better with them being here. I mean, look at Oklahoma State, they had some attrition happen last year, and I think there's a little bit of panic when people left here, but all Coach Gundy did is rally around the guys that wanted to be here, and now they're in the championship game. So there's a lot of that happening in college football. We'll look at the points, the places to improve on, and find a way to get it done.
Kalani, you closed the season on a 5-game skid. Do you feel like you can point your finger as to really what kind of changed the fortunes of this team down the stretch? During this losing streak, the 5
yeah,
games.
the losing streak's hard. I mean, but the guys didn't quit. They didn't quit their fight. I mean, I think there's we lost some really West Virginia and Iowa State. Those are big losses and on the scoreboard. But the guys don't quit, and to respond the way they did, especially the last 2 weeks with Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Obviously, we would like to win those games, but I can build off of guys that want to be here and want to work hard and want to fight. So as long as we have that, we're going to be just fine. Obviously, we've got to be innovative and create some ways to get these guys the football IQ and our install and everything that we have going on in all 3 phases. We'll be ready. Obviously, we're going to be bringing in some new guys and some guys we have to say goodbye to. But really appreciate the opportunity that we had to represent our fans and BYU Cougar Nation with the football team. They'll keep fighting, we'll keep working, and we'll get better.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.